Hey guys, this is Dinosaur Drawer, and today I want to show you guys how to draw the stegosaurus from Jurassic Park: The Lost World. So the tutorial drawing is not gonna look it's not gonna look anything like this, because this drawing actually took me 3.5 hours to actually draw, and I had like a few pauses in between, like 1 hour, and then I paused for like 10 minutes, and then I did it for like 3 times. But I thought it was a pretty cool drawing to actually show to you guys. So that's why you're seeing this drawing right now. So the tutorial drawing will be kind of like this, but not. I don't think it's gonna be as dark, but we'll see how it turns out to be. Alright. Again, today we're gonna draw with the HB pencil. Not sure if it's showing right. Well, you can't really. Well, it's an HB pencil. And we're also going to try to do something with a black pen, ballpoint pen. Beanie Draws actually has a few videos in which he uses a black ballpointed pen, and I actually never tried it, and that's why I decided to try it, and that's how the drawing of the stegosaurus came to life. Alright. So you want to start off almost like in the middle of the page, because the tail is going to be as long as his body, but he has a very short neck. Well, actually he has a very long neck compared to how thick his neck is, but his neck is very what's it called? He has a very short neck, but at the same time it looks like a long neck because it's not. It's a tiny. His head is very tiny. Let's call it that. So, alright, you want to start with doing an egg shape. Just a very big egg shape. And this egg shape, the top of the egg will be pointed slightly down, actually. Alright, so here we already have almost most of his body almost done. So this is actually, the stegosaurus looks like it's very hard to draw, but it actually isn't. I thought it was a very hard dinosaur to draw, but then when I tried it, it seemed like it wasn't too bad. Alright, so this is gonna be his body. Now we wanna create his tail, and his tail goes, I'm sorry for the sounds, my dog is making some weird sounds. The tail goes like this, just goes on with a curve down, goes down very steep very quickly, and then it ends about over here with a little curve up again. Then from here on it goes like this. And then something like this. So be careful where you place his body, because I actually almost got it off the paper, and it's still going to grow. I mean, the tail is still going to get a little bit longer, because almost all of my drawings, the tail get a little bit longer. The tail gets a little bit longer, sorry. Alright, so now we have his body and his tail already done. Somewhere over here it's going to be his, yeah, over here is going to be his shoulder, and then his leg goes like this, his front leg goes like this, and then over here is his elbow. You want to create something like a long oval. And then it goes like, let's see, it goes like this. And this part is almost as long as from here to there. So that is the first part done. And don't put in too much detail yet. Maybe a little bit bigger and more muscle and stuff. So that's his front paw, front leg. Maybe I'm just noticing this, that his leg is a little bit too high off the ground. I mean, not too. His body is a little bit too high off the ground. So what I want to do is create a little bit shorter legs. Something like that should be alright. Later on, when we're using the black ball-pointed pen, it's gonna be we're gonna use this for the detail and stuff. So alright, now over here, wait, let's first refine this a little. So this goes like this, and then it goes like this, and then over here is supposed to be his knee, well, not his knee, but his leg, I suppose. And this muscle goes like this. Alright. This is gonna be quite a hard part to actually get it right, because this needs to be about the same height. So this is a little bit too long, so I'll make it like this. Over here we get one toe and another one. And then of course over here we have a very strong muscle. This part goes almost straight, so you get from the muscle to a part that goes almost straight. And then here is his ankle. Alright, so that's gonna be his hind leg. And we will just refine it bit by bit and erase it when you have too much going on. If you understand what I'm trying to say, because I had a lot of lines like overlapping each other, and I couldn't really see really good what was going on anymore. So yeah, this looks a lot better. And again, erase a lot of unnecessary stuff. Sorry for the sound, my dog again. Alright, and we do have, well, let's not focus too much on wrinkles and stuff yet, because we will have plenty of time doing the wrinkles. Now, what we want to do is, well, let's first just put in his foot. Let's say he deserves to have a foot at least before we put in his head. So there's gonna be a toe here. Well, this, I did it wrong. Sorry, I did this part a little bit wrong. It has a curve the wrong way. So alright, a toe over there and one over here. And I was worried about the thickness of his front leg, and that's why I made it a little bit thicker than it was supposed to be. But actually, it needs to be a little bit thinner. Something like this. A toe here, another one over there. That already looks a whole lot better. So yeah. Alright, and maybe we might even have to make this a little bit longer, because I'm not sure if this is the right height, but we'll see about that. So yeah, now here is his huge shoulder, and then this goes like this. Curves, it goes straight, then it has a slightly curved down. And this part starts from over here. Yeah, this is actually pretty hard part, because the problem I usually have is that I don't know for sure how long things are supposed to be. For example, like the leg. I don't know if this is I think it's a little bit too high, but I don't want to erase this too much beforehand before I know for sure that it's too high. So I believe this should be the right shape of his neck. And again, let's just erase it and then just do it again to get the clean lines. So, alright, let's focus on the head now. And let's see, because in this drawing I made the head a little bit too big, because the neck was a little bit too much and stuff, and it might be that this head will also be a little bit too long and stuff. So the head starts for about over here, and it goes almost like straight down. Yeah, let's just do this a little bit more like this, so the head won't be too big. You don't want the head to be too big at all. Alright, so this should be a little bit better. So again, his head starts about over here. He has a very long shaped head. Maybe a little bit shorter. It's a little bit too long right now. But we could make it a little bit shorter. This looks better. It actually reminds me of the head of a horse. Oh. And his eyebrow is going to be over here. Yeah, this looks pretty good, in my opinion. So let's just first get this stuff in. He has a beak which goes like this, and it goes like this, and then his nose is going to be over here. And the other part will be like this, and then like this. Alright, and now we let's zoom in a little bit on his head. I'll put it into frame, and I won't forget to focus the camera. Alright, this should be good. So now, here is where his eye will be located at. And he has an eye kind of shaped like this. Alright, and then you can just color in the eye completely and leave one tiny white spot. Alright. So now we have everything practically ready for to start drawing in the huge kind of plates on his back and stuff. And we might even draw in, well, no, let's just try to get done with the plates before we're at 25 minutes. Alright. So what I'm gonna do right now is make a guess to where the plate, how high the plates are going to be. And they end about over here. Alright, so now you want to actually draw the plates. So let's just get this piece of paper first. Alright. tail is supposed to go down a little bit faster, like that. Alright, so it starts with something like this, very small one. Then you leave a bit of space between it, and then just create one that's just a little bit bigger. Again, leave a little bit of space between it. Like over here. And create one that's even bigger than that one. And this one will have kind of an angle on it. It's gonna be twice as big as this one. Maybe it's even a little bit wider. Where's my eraser? Something like this. And then this one will also have kind of a little bit of an angle on it. And the spaces between it get larger and larger every time you get to the new plate. So this one goes like this. And this one has a slight curve to it. Very strange shape over here. Then another big one that's even larger than this one, also with a curve in it. And remember, they all have kind of an angle on them. Alright, then this one starts over here, just a little bit more space between it than this thing. Starts over here, it goes like this, and this is almost the largest one. This is not the largest one, but this one is one of the largest. There are two very big plates on it, and this is one of those two. Huge plate. Alright, and then this one has an angle going this way, and this is the biggest one. And you leave a little bit, just almost the same, as much space as between this one and this one, in between these two. Alright, now we have, in comparison with those two, we have one very small one, and the space between them is getting less and less. I mean, yeah, there's going to be less and less space between them. and this one is a really small one in comparison with this one. Now we have a lot of space, because here's going to be a very small one, but still very long. Then we have a small one over here. Alright, so this is the first row. Now we want to get to the second row. And I know we're already over 26 minutes, but I first want to get this done. So you don't really have to watch the second part before you know how to draw the basics of the stegosaurus. And this might actually turn out to be a little bit of a longer tutorial kind of drawing. You never know. Alright, and then just build up everything between them. This is not too difficult. It's just basically filling it up, but doing it with care. And the other side, the other row has slightly different shape because they are at a different angle. This one is a very big one. This is a very big one as well. And now they get smaller and smaller. And a small one at the end. So, alright, so now you do know the basics of how to draw the stegosaurus. The only thing you need is the big spikes over here. I'm gonna do a second part on this, and the second part will contain a lot more detail and stuff, and maybe even a third part, because if I want to get a lot of detail in it, we do need a third part. So yeah, alright, So this was Dinosaur Drawer on the first part, and see you in the second part. Goodbye.